Democracy. What a beautiful word. It conjures up ideas of freedom, liberty, and the American dream. How could anyone not love democracy? You'd have to be some sort of fascist, terrorist, communist or something. But if we look at the facts, democracy hasn't been that great. Turns out, the majority isn't always right. The biggest problem with democracy is that people just aren't smart enough. Like, really? You want to let random uneducated people run the government? That's your plan? With something as complex as politics, the average person just doesn't know what they're talking about. They're not experts on politics any more than they're experts on astrophysics or neurosurgery. Would you trust random people on the street to give you a heart transplant? No! So why would you trust them to elect our president? They just don't have the information. The information they do have comes from companies like Fox News or CNN, companies directly controlled by billionaires with a massive partisan bias. Nobody actually reads the studies and considers both sides. And I don't blame them. They have their own lives. They don't have time to worry about politics. There's kids to raise, there's groceries to buy. So most people just vote for whoever the funny podcast guy tells them to. And the funny podcast guy is only funny and popular because someone with a lot of money funded his media training and got him on the headlines. Elected politicians don't actually have our best interests at heart. We all know that, right? That's not to say they're all shape-shifting demons who eat babies, but as a system, democracy does not select for the best leaders. If you want to win the election, you have to appeal to elite donors and special interest groups. It's not like I could just run for president, right? You have to raise unbelievable amounts of money. You have to make the right connections, and you have to go to the right parties. So the people who rise to power are these weaselly, ladder-climbing sociopaths. Just watch politicians talk. They're not real people. They have this fake, impossible charisma. In democracy, you don't get elected by being thoughtful and compassionate. You get elected by being loud and mean and stirring up the crowds and smearing your rivals.
My time has come. I will chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. Seek our
I try really hard not to argue about politics with my friends, but sometimes I get looped in and I regret it every single time. We actually get unironically mad at each other. Sometimes it turns into an actual fight. It's so stupid. This isn't just me. I've seen it happen over and over again. Political arguments literally destroy friendships and divide families. In a democracy, everyone is political. They're not politically informed, but boy do they have political opinions. Because politicians need you to be opinionated. That's how they get votes. If I don't convince people of my beliefs, the other guy will convince people of his beliefs. So I have to rile up the masses. I have to create a nation of angry, aggressive, opinionated people. And that's not very good for society. At this point, conservatives and leftists have labeled each other as totally evil and insane. People you disagree with aren't just people you disagree with. They're satanic communists or fascists. They're anti-American. They're enemies. Most people really shouldn't have political opinions. Of course, for some of us, it brings us joy. It's a hobby. And it's kind of fun when you meet someone who shares the same obscure political ideology. Like, yeah, I just don't really believe in democracy. Hey you. What did you say? I said I don't believe in democracy. But for the most part, politics divides people. Disagreements sow the seeds of conflict between friends and brothers. Then you have these dads who spend all day watching Fox News, getting themselves all worked up about the latest woke nonsense. So something happening on the other side of the country can unironically ruin their day. All that stress and worry probably doesn't help with high blood pressure. So political opinions might literally be taking years off their lives. Even people who don't enjoy politics at all feel like they have to understand the issues because it's what people are talking about. Everyone else knows about it.
This land is your land, and this land is my land, from California.
Even putting aside all the controversies and bickering, elections are a huge waste of time and resources. This may sound like a petty point, but elections literally cost billions of dollars. Printing all those yard signs and flyers and t-shirts, running the polls, everyone taking the day off work and driving to the polls, countless hours spent following the news. Imagine if we redirected all that energy to living our lives, to raising our children, to volunteering at church, to building a better world. Maybe you're thinking, okay, fine, democracy has a lot of problems, but what's the alternative? Absolute monarchy? Should we crown the new king of America? Not necessarily. Monarchy has problems too. But next time someone tells you how amazing and wonderful democracy is, or says that workplaces should be democracies, or that families should be democracies, you should be a little skeptical. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. God bless America. These are exciting times. The channel is growing. People are waking up. The masses are becoming Arthur Greenwood pilled. But we still have a long way to go. My last channel was demonetized, and they might do the exact same thing to this one. So if you like what I do and you want to help me out, if you want to help my channel grow, there are 4 things you can do. 1. Leave a comment. Just say anything, literally anything, and that will be a huge help for the algorithm. 2. Send the video to a friend. I know you have some normie friend who needs to hear this. 4, most importantly, consider joining my Patreon. You'll get access to the Arthur Greenwood archive, where you can watch my really controversial videos that I can't put on YouTube, including my really old videos from when I was like a democratic Voshite socialist. There's even the hour-long debate I had about anarcho-capitalism. You'll also get to join our members-only Discord server, where you can talk with me and the boys about life and politics and history. It's a great time. We have weekly phone calls, and I have genuinely become really good friends with some of the guys in the server. Because we have to stick together, you know? It's rough out there. We need networks of highly disciplined, highly intelligent men. If you want to join my network, all it costs is $1 a month. That adds up to $12 a year, which is nothing. That's less than an hour of work. And in exchange, you get to be my friend forever.